Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, hit the notification bell. You'll get all the updates. Really excited for today's beer, unlike what I said yesterday. But it is also courtesy of Grant / Sir Lord Ford. So thank you so much for setting this. This one sounds definitely up my alley. It's from Duclaw Brewing Company inside of Baltimore, Maryland. Hell on Wood, Barleywine style ale aged in bourbon barrels, 13.1% ABV, and it's just over a year old. And it's hashtag unholy nectar. Let's see. Surrender your senses to the unholy nectar of this seductive barley wine. Bourbon barrel aging adds notes of vanilla, caramelized sugar, and charred oak to the fruit esters, big malt, and demonic hop presence. Inescapably alluring, it's hell on wood. So, based on the mention of hops, I'm going to assume this is an American-style barley wine, making me think of something like Bigfoot. I like American-style barley wines, clearly, but I do prefer English, so I'm pretty excited to see what this tastes like. Big difference to me, American ones are hoppier, but with a year of age on it, this might be right where I want it. Interesting. Very orange, and then there's some crimson red. In the dead center, it's almost, I would say, a light brown color. So it definitely has a spectrum of what I would say orange through a light brown. The head is almost, it's not quite khaki. It's to mix white and khaki paint together, if that's even a thing. At this point, there's a finger and a half of head. It's very full. I mean, I could easily take a spoon and just, lather it out, ladle it out. But yeah, no, it looks good. Looks like, barley wines can look a few different ways, obviously. This looks like some barley wines. What a profound statement. Let's get to the aroma. That is an interesting / good aroma. It's not, wow, that's not what I was expecting. It has what I thought it would have. Caramel, the wood, the bourbon, maybe molasses. A little bit of molasses, but it's way more floral. I don't know what hops they used, obviously. I'm going to assume they're relatively floral hops based on this aroma. There is a little bit of an alcohol kiss to it. Man. That caramel's nice. Soft vanilla. Yeah, it does. It smells different, but good. Okay. I mean, point for being something different, See about the taste. Cheers. The hop presence is orange marmalade. So I'm glad I kind of referenced Bigfoot, because those are notes I get out of a Bigfoot. You do get some caramel in there for sure. The finish right now as I'm talking is very much molasses, some oaky wood. It definitely drinks like an aged, drier barley wine. Like that's definitely what beer am I thinking of? There are moments of Bigfoot, but it's not what I'm thinking. This aftertaste is exactly like something else. I don't think it's one of those J.W. Lee's harvests. Maybe that's what I'm thinking. Anyway, let me take another swig and then kind of talk more about the actual experience. Creamy, nice mouthfeel. I know I already mentioned it, but I have to mention it again. The orange and then the orange marmalade. There is a not overly sweet caramel presence, for sure. The wood and, the barrel, the bourbon, it comes through very light. I wonder how long it was aged for. It's definitely not like an explosive bourbon thing. But it is there. It is there. Nice warmth. Hides ABV very well for being, was it 13.1? Yeah, for being 13.1, that alcohol is hidden nicely. There is, like I said, some sweetness, but it's a relatively dry beer. That's why the caramel note is so interesting, because it's not particularly sweet, but it is that, if you take the sweetness from caramel, has that residual taste, which I think is a little different, but makes me think of molasses and that taste. Yeah, it's a good beer. And kind of like the aroma, like there's an interesting component to it. It's a little different, at least different from things I've had lately. I don't want to keep going to the well of the Bigfoot, but it does have moments of that. There's a little bit of pine, but that could just be a mix of the West Coast hopping and the wood making me think pine. But I definitely get that West Coast IPA kind of hop experience in a barley wine. Not mentioning it for the 18th time, but it does definitely is reminiscent of that. Yeah, it's definitely a good beer. If you like that one aged in bourbon barrels, I think you would really like this beer a lot. I do like that beer. I like this beer. So thanks a lot, Grant. Way better than yesterday's beer. No, I really appreciate it, man. I appreciate you guys for watching. As always, check me out on Instagram on Tapped. So I have beer reviews at both those places. So always, please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, imbibe. Cheers, everyone.